Good evening. You're joining us here on To The Point on India Today. I'm Akshita Nandagopal. This evening, joining you live from the Grand Omax in Noida, a posh society that everyone's talking about across the nation. Why? It's because of the images that you see behind me. Let me show you the remnants of the bulldozer drive that we saw early this morning. You can see that the entire area has been completely destroyed, and this is because Yogi's bulldozers came in to ensure justice for the residents of the society. What exactly played out here? Who does this property belong to? It belongs to a person called Shrikant Tyagi, and there's very little known about him except that he wielded his power and influence on every single resident of this colony. So much so that he resorted to abusing, threatening a woman and even shoving her when she dared to ask him questions. Let's first sum up for you all that's happened through the day on this big story, and then we'll get to resident voices and continue showing you what exactly has happened on the ground.
हो गया ना यहाँ से तेरे पति को जानता हूँ समझी अगर लगाना पेड़ पे राज कर देना कहीं पर ये मेरी प्रॉमिस है किसने कहा अरे हमने खरीदी है भाई पूरी ये हाँ पूरी तुम मालिक है आगे तो जा आ जा
Drunk on power, spewing sexism and vulgarity, abusing women society members.
अपनी लैंग्वेज देखते
And eventually facing Yogi government's bulldozer rot. He is Goon Neta Shrikant Tyagi, law catching up with the lawless man.
दो कोड़ी के गाड़ लेंगे तू फेव खाड़ देगी यहाँ ये मेरी प्रॉमिस है किसने कहा अरे हमने खरीदी है भाई पूरी ये हाँ पूरी तुम मालिक है आगे
The residents of the Omax Grand Society in Noida near Delhi had faced abuses after questioning Tyagi over his illegal encroachment. Finally, bulldozers rolled for Tyagi at the same spot where he hurled abuses at the woman.
ये जो अवैध निर्माण था जिसको लेकर लगातार 2019 से शिकायत कर रहे थे सोसाइटी के लोग इस पर बुलडोजर चला है, लेकिन सवाल वही है कि आखिर अथॉरिटी इतने सालों से एक्शन क्यों नहीं ले रही थी? कौन वो लोग थे जो श्रीकांत त्यागी को बचा रहे थे?
हम बहुत खुश हैं, बहुत ही प्रसन्न हैं योगी जी के सेक्शन पे। ये पहले हो जाना चाहिए था, देर से हुआ बट हुआ।
आप क्या कहेंगी मैम?
बहुत अच्छा हुआ, जो भी है लेट हुआ है। अगर ये पहले सोए हुए बंदे पहले जागते इसको हटा देते तो इतना दंगा नहीं होता।
Tyagi went on the run soon after the video of the abuse went viral. But the Yogi government cracked down hard, slapping Gangster Act against Tyagi and 6 henchmen who had come to the society to threaten. With multiple UP police teams launching a multiple state manhunt, 15 of Tyagi's shops in Noida faced GST raids, forcing the Goon Neta to file surrender plea in court.
घटना को शासन ने तथा डीजीपी यूपी ने बहुत गंभीरता से लिया है और इस संबंध में मुख्य अभियुक्त की गिरफ्तारी के तत्काल निर्देश दिए गए तथा वहां के रेसिडेंट वेलफेयर एसोसिएशन के सहयोग से उस सोसाइटी में जाने वाले प्रत्येक व्यक्ति की स्क्रीनिंग की जा रही है।
BJP netas who came to rescue of the residents assured strict action and bulldozer justice.
बाबा का बुलडोजर हर उस दोषी के खिलाफ है। वो धर्म, जाति, बिरादरी, राजनीतिक व्यवस्थाओं को नहीं देखता और वह कार्रवाई हुई है।
BJP and opposition traded charges over political links of Tyagi.
आज बीजेपी आतंक का पर्याय बन गई है। बीजेपी के नेताओं को देख के लोग अपने घर का दरवाजा बंद कर लें, घरों में छिप जाएं। क्या करें लोग? निश्चित रूप से जो भी उसके विरुद्ध कानूनी कार्रवाई बनती है, जिन धाराओं में बनती है, गिरफ्तारी करके कार्रवाई की जाए।
एक तो वो सदस्य था नहीं, अगर कोई सदस्य है भी और अगर गलत काम में लिप्त है तो वह इस सरकार में नहीं बचेगा। इतना मैं आपके माध्यम से कहूंगा। इस घटना के लिए भी भविष्य में भी अगर किसी भी तरीके से गलत तरीके से कोई अपने को रिप्रेजेंट करता है तो ऐसे लोगों के ऊपर भी सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई होगी।
Tyagi, known for arm twisting residents, has finally run out of luck. Will his case be an example for high-handed self-styled netas who trample citizens' rights? With Arvind Ojha in Noida, Bureau Report, India Today.
Has now directly intervened in this case after saying and assuring that strong action will be taken. Now he sought a report from the Home Department as well. So the Chief Minister tracking very closely every update that's coming in. He's particularly sought a report on Shrikant Tyagi misbehaving with the woman. The video which went viral in which he was seen abusing, threatening a woman resident of this very society and even shoving her when she dared to question him. Yogi Adityanath has sought a report on that and has also directed that strict action be taken against the accused as well as cops who were lethargic, who didn't move and didn't act against Shrikant Tyagi. An inspector in charge, one SI, 4 constables have also been suspended. Investigation of others is also underway. So Yogi Adityanath cracking the whip early this morning. We already saw bulldozers in action. He's ensuring a message is sent across that no matter what, there will be no breakdown of law and order. But I want to show you again how things look here at the Grand Omax. If you see to the left of my side, on this side is what the society looks like, what Shrikant Tyagi's building was supposed to look like. And now let me switch over to the right side. On this side is where Shrikant Tyagi's property is. And you see how it was extended well beyond what was the deemed property of his home. Into the common area, he had built this lovely portico slash, a porch that came right out to the common area, put trees all around here, and the entire thing has now been removed. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's direct intervention has ensured this rubble that you see here behind me. Let me take this across also to BJP MP from Noida, Mr. Mahesh Sharma, who's joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Sharma, great that the Yogi Adityanath has done this, has cracked the whip and acted against Shrikant Tyagi. But where is he? When will he be arrested, sir?
So I think they should be hopeful, and as we are, the way the action has been taken. Yesterday evening at around 10 p.m. When this happened, I spoken to the Secretary Home, and he, in consultation with Honorable Chief Minister, have directed the District Magistrate and Commissioner who reached the site immediately. And after that, Gangster Act Karwai was done against Tyagi. Today morning, that activity of removal of that illegal construction has been done, and a price of even 25,000 rupees bounty has been put on him. And the 6 police officers employees have been suspended, and all those 6 people who were arrested yesterday night, they have been sent to 14 years imprisonment. So I think all these activities indicate that we are close to his arrest. I have been told that 8 police teams have been working day and night, and they are in different part of country. They are searching for that fellow, and I'm sure very shortly he'll be arrested.
So I want to get you a sense of what the residents have to say here. How for years they've been raising this particular issue. Mr. Mahesh Sharma, stay on with me because I'm going to take more questions to you as well, sir, from the residents here as well. Sir, tell us, for how long has this issue been going on, and how did Shrikant Tyagi's presence really disturb all of you as a community?
We have been living here for 8 years in this society. And since we came here, we found that always some VIP vehicles, not only 1, 3, 4 vehicles are parked outside his flat. And 3 goons, bodyguards, etc. We always thought that some minister is living here. Today only we came to know that he was not an MLA, you know. So we always thought that some minister is there which has been provided special security, special treatment, and his behavior is always VIP-like behavior. He would always scold the guard, and his kids will always fight with other kids like that. So he was living that he's a person with special facility, power, etc. So we really always tried to keep or isolated from him because we never wanted to go near to him. We are so scared to him.
So, this is the sense that people got, that this man is some sort of member of parliament, some MLA, someone with great influence, and that's how he roamed around in this entire society as well. Mr. Mahesh Sharma, that's what it comes down to, that for years, sir, this is how it's been happening since 2019, when there was a complaint filed against him. As member of parliament from Noida, did you know about this, Mr. Mahesh Sharma? Did you act about this? Did you get any complaint?
you are right that 2 years back this incident was brought to my knowledge. I at that time reached to the society and got a compromise done between the residents and that affected person, this person Tyagi, and I think things were resolved at that time. But in between, Corona time and all those things were happening. I didn't come to know that what is further is happening over there. This was brought to my knowledge the day before yesterday, and I immediately reached to the site. And yesterday also, when I got a distress call from the residents, and especially the females from that, I again went there evening at around 10 p.m. And I'm happy that Honorable Chief Minister has directed for a strict action in our government under leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and Yogi ji. There is a zero tolerance about female vindictiveness, and definitely nothing can be tolerated. Whatever has happened to that sister of ours, it has been rightly penalized, and all those concerned people. Now it will be a lesson for all others who think to go for such activities.
Mr. Sharma, the question everyone's asking now is, who is Shrikant Tyagi? Because everyone I've been speaking to here has no idea. They're saying he was clearly someone very influential, at least pretended he was influential, and then used it to benefit himself, went ahead and did whatever he felt like in his own society clearly. And this isn't the only instance. There are several other cases that have come to light as well. Who is this man, sir?
See, this, he doesn't belong to Noida. He belongs to a nearby area, Muradnagar. And he was working for political parties, different political parties. First time we saw him some 2 years back. Before that, for last 15 years I have been in social political life, and 39 years I have been in Noida. I have never seen him working anywhere in any of the party for us, or I have not watched him in any of the party functions or any of such things. And now it has happened that he has suddenly appeared, and suddenly he has done this act for which he is getting penalized severely. But definitely our party has denied clearly that he is not a member of ours, and the Kisan Morcha National President Mr. Rajkumar Chahar and our President has also said that he is not a member of, even not a primary member of Bharatiya Janata Party ever and now also.
All right, let me also try to understand from more residents here. Ma'am, if you could also speak to us live on India Today, if you could tell us what has happened with Shrikant Tyagi essentially. And I understand that this has been something that's been a recurring problem with him.
Yeah, like his behavior, you know, what I have been hearing from past few days, the way he used to behave around the guards and with all the neighbors, that was quite disappointing. Everybody used to be in that traumatized situation. Nobody dared to speak to him because of his, the thing that he used to say that I'm an MLA or whatever, and the bodyguards that were always around him. So everybody was in that, scared zone. And whatever happened day before yesterday, that was like, it is itself is speaking that what kind of person he is. So I don't think so that we need to put words to it now. Everybody has seen, the whole nation has seen, and it's just one request that we are doing, that please put that person behind the bars. Don't wait for 10th August that he's surrendering himself. That's again a fake, a propaganda, nothing else. Just arrest that guy and put him behind the bars for lifetime imprisonment. That's what I have to say. Very true, very true. Ma'am, would you like to also speak to us? So essentially, the reason that I'm coming across to all of you is because, did any of you witness what happened day before yesterday with the woman there when he was abusing her? And what led to that? Was it because she confronted him about this society? See, frankly speaking, when I came over here, that incident already happened. So I was not an exact witness for the situation, but what I was told was like she was just requesting him not to put those, little plants around, like he was trying to make a hedge. Just again, encroachment and all. So she was just trying to tell him not to do so because it's a public area, it's not your private area. And the way he actually, spoke with her, the language that he used, that foul language and everything. So I know, it's really shocking. And shocking, it's disturbing, it's, we are in that zone again, and yesterday what happened is like goons entering our society. So that safety, that security is missing out over here now.
Very true. And I think for women in general, what happened was extremely shocking to see how things played out. You can see around me that there are a lot of people who've gathered here, particularly because of what happened early this morning. And I'll again take you back to that site to show you what exactly happened here and how things played out. Because you see this entire stretch, that is where Shrikant Tyagi's home was. It's on the ground floor. The entire lawn that you see around me here, where the media currently is, all channels are deployed in this particular area. It was across this particular stretch that you had all of, in fact, Shrikant Tyagi encroaching upon. And we understand, as one of the lady residents just told us, he was essentially trying to put up more plants in this entire area. There were already palm trees that he set up, which they pulled out also early this morning. But there were also other plants that they put up across this entire area, which is what the woman had objected to. And then we saw that video where he was abusing her, threatening her, even pushing her when she raised some of these questions. So this is, in fact, how Yogi Adityanath and the administration has responded. But as far as Shrikant Tyagi himself is concerned, he has till 10th August to actually surrender before the police. I will have to see whether he does that. There are multiple teams of the UP police, as Mahesh Sharma also told us, they have been deployed across not just Uttar Pradesh but other parts as well. There is a belief that he could have fled to some other parts of the country, like Haridwar in Uttarakhand, and so teams have been deployed in these very stretches to ensure that the people can be identified immediately, so that they can identify Shrikant Tyagi. His family members also used to stay here, and some of the women, some of the kids that we've been speaking to, they're saying that very often they too would in fact speak very arrogantly with the other residents and claim that they had some power as well. Let's also in fact play out for you a conversation that Shreya Chatterjee had with in fact the lawyer of the accused here, of Shrikant Tyagi.
सर, अब तक क्यों नहीं सरेंडर किया और कोर्ट में आके सरेंडर करने की ये निर्णय क्यों लिया गया आपके क्लाइंट से? क्योंकि अभी आपके क्लाइंट नहीं मिल रहे, तो हालात सवाल हम आपसे ही पूछेंगे।
ये घटना के तुरंत बाद जैसे ही उन्हें जानकारी हुई, उसके बाद संबंधित कोर्ट खुलती है हमारे जिला न्यायालय, उसमें सुबह ही वो आते हैं उनके पैरोकार, संबंधित मामले में वो सरेंडर वारंट लगाते हैं। 2 दिन पहले ही घटना हुई है मेरे ख्याल में। 2 दिन पहले ही अगर मान लिया सैटरडे संडे बंद रहता, कोर्ट हमारे स्ट्राइक रहती है, बंद रहती है, तो उसमें आदमी कहाँ से सरेंडर हो जाएगा? कानून में विश्वास रखने वाला आदमी है मेरा क्लाइंट जो है, और कानून के तहत चलने के लिए तैयार, कहीं भगोड़ा नहीं है, ना कहीं जा रहा।
सर, अगर उनको कोई भागना नहीं है, उनको कोऑपरेट करना है, तो ये खबर क्यों आ रही है कि वो उत्तराखंड चले गए, वो कहीं और छुप रहे हैं, वो पुलिस की नजरों से बच रहे हैं? अगर कोऑपरेट ही करने का इरादा है तो 2 दिन से ये बचना क्यों?
ये मुझे तो जानकारी नहीं है उत्तराखंड भाग रहे हैं, कहाँ भाग रहे हैं, कि कहाँ गए हैं। ये आपके माध्यम से पता लग रहा है कि उत्तराखंड में कहाँ चले गए हैं। लेकिन मेरा क्लाइंट जैसे ही उसे कोर्ट खोलती है तुरंत उसने अपनी कार्रवाई पूरी की है।
तो श्रीकांत त्यागी नहीं भागे हैं, वो इंतजार कर रहे हैं कोर्ट के?
ये तो श्योर है, 100% श्योर है कि मेरे क्लाइंट जैसे ही कोर्ट खोली उसने एप्लीकेशन लगाई सरेंडर वांटेड की। एक राजनीतिक आदमी है, इतना बड़ा मामला नहीं है जितना इसे तूल दे दिया गया है। हाँ, गलती हुई है, गलती का मामला ये है, अगर मुझसे गलती हुई तो उसके लिए न्यायालय बैठी है, माननीय न्यायालय निर्णय लेगी। इस पर पुलिस कौन होती है निर्णय लेने वाली?
So the first step has been taken by the Yogi administration in ensuring justice, and that's what you see behind me, the entire demolished stretch of Shrikant Tyagi's home here in the Grand Omax Society in Noida. But questions still remain as to exactly where Shrikant Tyagi is. You heard so many of the residents speaking to us here on India Today saying that he pretended to be an MLA, to be an MP, and so many of them believed that he was a very powerful politician. Some of who we've spoken to also said that he had multiple layers of security. He had police vans and security vans that would come in before he leaves and enters, etc. And that's why they largely believed that he wielded a great amount of power. Nobody dared to mess with him. When one woman stood up to him day before yesterday, she was threatened, she was heckled, she was in fact abused in the worst way by this man. And that's what's brought the story to the focus. There are a lot of questions of the Yogi administration as to why this wasn't done earlier, because the residents have been complaining against Shrikant Tyagi since way back, since 2019, when he started encroaching on this particular area. You see all the trees also that are put up here. This is considered to be a part of the society, but he brought it all the way up till here, his property in the common area. And you can only imagine what kind of influence, what kind of approvals it takes for this to happen. There will be questions on the crackdown by the administration against all those who helped Shrikant Tyagi as well, something that Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has also taken a note of. That's all on this edition of To The Point. With me, Akshita Nandagopal. We're going to continue tracking the story very, very closely because the people's voice and it's their power that's worked in this particular case and prompted the government to finally act. Thanks for watching. Good night.